crafters. This is Jerry with Crafty Stash, and I was asked to do another video on tips on how to cut your 12 by 12 paper. And very simply, for a A2 size card, which is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size card, which is our standard American size, which this would be, you can get 4 out of a 12 by 12. But why do that when you can get 6? And you know how we are with our paper. So I had done 2 different sizes. You can do just a 4 by 5, and then you have 2 inches of waste on one side, and you get 6 of those, which is fine. And this is how it would look on a card. Now we're just doing the tops. We're not doing the entire base of these. So it would look like this. Now if you're real fussy about how your borders are around a card, then that might bother you. It doesn't bother me, but I thought I would try a different one, and that would give us another 1/4 inch, not top size, because you know you only get 3 4-inch pieces out of a 12 by 12. You can't do any more than that. So what I did was I made these into a 5 1/4 by 4. So it gives it a little bit more evenness around the border. So it's about 1/4 inch on either side here, and a tad more on the top. So for me, it sits a little bit better on a card than this would. Now, if you wanted to, you could absolutely have another piece underneath, or figure out another way to do that. But for me, it would do well with this. Now, a lot of times, well, all the time, I do my bases out of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. That way you get 2 cards, A2 size cards, out of that piece, and there is no waste. So if you don't want to waste your specialty papers or that sort of thing that are typically 12 by 12s, then this might be a way to do it. So again, just cut your pieces at 5 1/4 by 4. You'll get 2 of those side by side. You get a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2 inch waste. And of course, we can always use that for something else, because that's a pretty good size for a sentiment or something like that. So there you go. I'll just write that down again. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch on this. Now, why I didn't make it 5 1/2 that would fit all the way across is simply because, I don't know, I wanted a border. So if you don't want a border and you want a little border at the top, or you can even cut the card down if that's what you wish to do. You make it 4 by 5 1/2. You can do that as well, and it would certainly fit into an envelope that way. And that way you could do a 5 1/2 and only have a 1 inch waste. So either which way you do it, you get 6 pieces out of your cardstock for a A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. There you go. Another tip and trick on how to cut your 12 by 12 cardstock. I hope you're crafting. Bye-bye.